And I'm excited. I'm OE's son, Team Tars, your favorite astrologer's favorite astrologer, your favorite rapper's favorite astrologer, your favorite psychonaut's favorite astrologer, and man, Black Boy Joy in Bali. Big shouts out to the whole crew and fam over at Black in Bali. That's what I am. I'm black and I'm in Bali. And why and what in the world and how that happened? Yeah, it's all about a nervous system. After I turned 50 years old, I was like, how do I want to spend my next 50 years? Yeah, I want to do 100 years plus or more or something far better. And I knew that my healing was going to be prioritized over money and over relationships and over all other things that have proven to me to be very temporary, right? So I was just like, yo, you can't let your health be temporary, and you can't let your wisdom be temporary, and you can't let your spiritual practices be temporary. So what's that gonna look like, player? So I was in Jamaica, getting initiated as a Sangoma. And Sangoma is a South African healer, shaman, medicine person, and I hold all of those. I hold healing in my bag, medicine in my bag, wisdom in my bag, and as a Sangoma, my title is Nkulu Mpiwe Mbali. And Gogo Makosi is a longtime friend of mine, ally, comrade, La Familia, and I got a reading February 22nd, 2022, all the twos, right? And it was talking about traveling and picking up my magic and picking up my medicine around the planet, different locations. And I was like, I want to go to Bali for my birthday. And all of a sudden, she was like, are you going to Bali? And I was like, yeah, I think I should do 2 or 3 weeks. And she was like, no, you should do longer than that. You should try to do a month or 2. I was like, a month or 2 in Bali? I ain't never been out the country that long. I've been gone for like a week, 10 days. But you talking about a month, 2 months? She was like, yeah, you're going to be in Bali. And I was like, okay. So I started looking at trying to come to Bali for my birthday in 2022 to see another business partner, Sifu Peter. And I had already been a Yimeng Zhu ambassador in the States, and by way of Baba Kalindi Iyi, the legend, the leader of the KI network. And when I left the States, I didn't know that you had to have 6 months left on your passport, right? So I only had 5 months left, but I was only going to stay 3 weeks. So I caught a flight from Atlanta to Istanbul, had a 10-hour layover, and then the flight was oversold. So my birthday is on the 17th. This is the 15th, maybe the night of the 16th. And they won't let me on the plane because it's oversold, because I'm flying on the companion pass. So I didn't buy a ticket. I got to wait to make sure it's room. But they put all the Turkish people who work for the airline on the flight before me, and I was the last one, and they closed the door. So it's like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning in Istanbul. Here I am, a black man trying to get to Bali. My flight is oversold, and it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning in Istanbul, Constantinople, because I'm also a professional historian. So I was like, what is going on? What am I going to do? So I called Shaman Derek. Big shouts out to Shaman Derek. And he answered the phone. He was in LA. Big shouts out to the princess too, Princess Martin. That's going to be the biggest wedding of the century, period. I called it too. But that's a whole nother podcast. We're going to get Shaman Derek and Princess Martin on here to talk about that. And he was like, yo, you have to People are in the bed asleep. Tomorrow I got you. I was just like, wow, my network is my net worth. Big shouts out to Hotel, Hustle University. Because all the laws now are playing out. All the rules are playing out in real time, in real matters. I don't know what I'm going to do. I've never been in this country before. I trust the Most High. And we're in an Islamic country too. Woo! Damn. I go get a room and I'm in Istanbul for my birthday. Who would have thought? And went and got a room and it was amazing. It was amazing. Everything after that started falling into place. I was just excited because I was like, yo, I'm here. And then the day, the 17th was oversold, and now I'm not supposed to be leaving till the 19th. So now I'm gonna be in Istanbul for 4 days. On my birthday, I'm supposed to be in Bali. So have a great time in Istanbul. Go get a Turkish bath. You must get a Turkish bath when you're in Turkey, period. That's the only way I want to go right now. When I go back to the States, I always want to fly through Istanbul so I can have, at least when I come back from the States, I want to stop at Istanbul to get a Turkish bath. Like, that's real playerish. That's real shamanistic that you're going to stop in a country and go get a holy bath, then get back on the plane and fly the rest of the way. Hey! Get them healing waters on you everywhere. And I noticed my journey has definitely been around a lot around water. Because even in that Bones reading, Makosi said, when is the last time a mermaid drowned or was worried about drowning? Yeah, I got mermaid magic too. So being around the water and getting deeper and closer to the water has been one of my objectives. Water. I don't stay close to the beach yet, but that's coming. But nobody's too far from the beach. With Google, you can be in the beach in 45 minutes, 35 minutes, depending on what time of day you travel and stuff like that. So I leave Istanbul and I'm catching a flight through Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur. We're not going to be able just to fly straight from Turkey to Bali because the flight keep being oversold, and Bali just opened back up. So all these people want to go to Bali from Turkey. So we're going to take another way around. We go through Malaysia. I get to the customs and she says, you only have 5 months left on your passport. I was like, okay, I'm only going to be here for 3 weeks. She said, nah, you got to have 6 weeks on your passport to get into Malaysia. I said, well, I don't have it. What are we going to do? She said, I guess you're going to have to go back home. Now I'm in the airport in Kuala Lumpur in the basement, and she talking about going back to Atlanta. No, that's not what we're doing. So I went to immigrations to talk to them. My new best friend is going this far above and beyond to try to get me on a flight, and it didn't work. He still stamped my passport so I could stay in Malaysia. So I had to go upstairs and get something to eat, and I was about to get on the plane that night. This is like 9 in the morning. I got 11:30 flight back to Atlanta. And then I look outside and I see a bus full of tourists dropping off. 2 minutes later, a bus coming picking up a lot of tourists. Drop off, pick up, drop off, pick off. I was like, you already stamped. You might as well go get you a room here too. We shouts out to Chef Amira. Chef Amira was like, you got to get your Bonvoy points, right? So I was like, let me go get some more Bonvoy. Where can I go through Marriott? Marriott, what's up? I'm messing with you. You know what I'm saying? When I do get a hotel, I'm gonna get my Bonvoy points, right? So I went to the beautiful hotel, the Element, a new hotel in Kuala Lumpur, 50 minutes away from the airport. That 4-star. It was a new hotel, and the lobby was on the 30th floor, the 30th or the 40th floor, right? It's beautiful, right? So I go up. It's on top of a bank. So here I am, my 52nd birthday. I'm 52, and it's a 1 year, and I'm starting out my life of the beginning of my new year in a hotel that's on top of a bank that's holding how many millions or billions of dollars, because we in Southeast Asia. So I'm always looking at like the big picture, right? What is the metaphysics around? What vortex am I standing on? I'm on top of a bank. I'm sleeping every night on top of a bank on the 52nd floor. So everything was adding up to 7, right? So like, yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. My room number was 7. It ended up to be a 7. My birthday, I'm 52 years old at that time, so that was a 7. Then there was another 7 somewhere. The 7s was all lining up, and so I chilled there for 4 days, and then I came back to the States, and I was like, I'm going back to Bali because Seafood Peter, my business partner, had sent me a lot of stuff through Amazon. So sometimes when you're coming through the airport, you bring in presents, you bring in gifts, but you need to take it out of the box, right? Because they're gonna be looking and being like, why you got all this electronic equipment in here? Why you got all this blah, blah, blah? So I was determined to bring and deliver the bag. That's something that I've always done in former lives, was deliver the bag. And I was like, I'm coming back. So for almost a whole year, from May to November, 6 months, I was like, when you gonna take this bag back to Bali? Oh, of course I got my new passport, fresh 10 years on it. And I started doing I Ching readings on the situation about moving to Bali. And it was like, yeah, this is I forgot what hexagram I had. I don't know if it was 43 or something like that. But no, I had hexagram 3. It was difficulty at the beginning. So it was like, it's not going to be everything in the very beginning how you want it, but go in the path to success. You're going to have to go through some hurdles, some delays, some detours to get where you want. So so hexagram 3 talks to you about the journey, right? With the journey that I was going to be on. So now 9 months into this journey of living abroad as a digital nomad, I'm not an expat yet. I still got my American passport, but I also have my investors, Kitas, and PMA, which is a corporation here in Indonesia. So, and I will soon have residency here as well, 5-year residency. But still moving about, not necessarily having to be here, but just wanting residency here. So you don't have all these issues about coming and going, right? But doing business here is definitely a thing for me, for sure. And so I end up coming back to Bali February 26th. I shoot over to Thailand on March the 2nd. So the 28th I land. Then March the 2nd or March the 3rd, I'm already in Thailand for 5 days, kicking it with the monks, meditating with them, getting some blessings. And then back to Bali, like catching some of like the end of the rainy season. And then I jumped into a DAO, Club DAO Universe. Big shouts out to my man Zach. Big shouts out to Will. Big shouts out to all my DAO Universe family. And went into an incubator in April. And then at the end of April, 30 days, after gaining a lot of knowledge around sovereignty and like how to really set up your ministry, because that's really what my life is a ministry. And then goes right to South Africa for 24 days. Durban, Johannesburg, Cape Town. Wow. More Sangoma initiation. The first initiation that happened in November. So 6 months later, instead of coming back to Bali, I go to Jamaica and I have a conversation with the sun about my nervous system and my success. And I told the sun that my nervous system was at a 7 in Jamaica. It was in a 4 in Atlanta. And the sun asked me a question and said, look at all the success that you have with a 4 nervous system. It's like, what could you do with a 7, 8, 9, 10 nervous system all the time? And I was like, I don't know. What could I do with a nervous system like that? And I started weeping, big crying, big crocodile tears, very emotional. That's something I've been doing too, more of after 50 years old, is crying, being really more in touch with my yin side and my emotions, and let my eyes and my tear ducts get cleared out at will. It's not a big, no more crying in front of somebody or lots of people or whatever. It just is what it is. And I moved my mind. While I was standing on the cliff in Jamaica talking to the sun, my mind moved to Bali and started scoping it out. And big shouts out to Dr. Amsu, Sustainable Wellness, North Carolina. He was like, wherever you go or end up, you already been there. Your medicine and your magic is waiting on you, which was the same thing that I had got from the bones reading from Kogo Makosa. So February comes, I gotta give up the Gin room. Big shouts out to Stars, Frogs, and Mushrooms podcast. Big shouts out to all the research that we did for the KI Network while I was in Atlanta with the Gin room on Elm Street. And it was time to bounce. I had to take care of Ashanti first, man. That's my dog. So my pit bull Ashanti that everybody was coming and loving on while you was coming to get your sacred ceremony in Atlanta. Ashanti's in really good hands. She's in really good hands. You don't have to worry about her. And she went out to my man Rashid. Big shouts out. And yeah, man. And then I just left, and I've been over here ever since. And I got a 1-bedroom. I was chilling with Nit for a second. For 6 months, and then I was reminded that you didn't come over here to just live with someone. You're still a man. You got to get your own key, and so I got my own 1-bedroom. Yeah, I mean the crib where I was at when it was plenty big, plenty enough space for all of us, but that's just me. It's like my own space, and that makes that makes room for the next person who he may want to show that type of gratitude for. And big shout out to Baba Nityama, Baba Fatis, Shantam Nityama, Sri Kanti Vajra. That's my man right there. Like, just put me up on the game and just showing me like what's what and telling me what's what and let me experiencing it and hit all his wisdom around I Ching and breath work and women and men and psychology and mastery and sexual energy and reconnecting me with the great mother. Just reminded me so much of Big Mama. I call her Big Mama Universe. He said, like we both are about being connected, and he's a very special Aquarius, so I just definitely want to give him a big shout out for all the things to come with us, because me and him, we in a 30-year contract, so I told him he wasn't going nowhere. Because it's a lot I gotta learn from him, but I ain't in no rush. Man, I'd be like, well, good, because all that you have not shown me has been a lot. Yeah, that's my man right there. So, and then just being over here. And then meeting and starting a relationship with my man Lord Damo Choke. That's my crew right there. Hasana, with her funny self, she is amazing. With just her personality. A black woman from DC, being being raised in the Southeast as a Muslim. She's 17, 18 years old in Yemen. All these, just talents and stuff like that you running into your old family members from different lifetimes. Man, this is a lot of good times on Black Boy Joy in Bali. Eating the right food. Thanksgiving just passed. That was crazy because this is out of the country, so I didn't go anywhere to have any turkey stuff and macaroni and cheese. Like, I know that's a guaranteed day that I can go somewhere and like get real soul food, but over here I think I was eating some Thai or something like that. It was crazy. I might go get some Thai right now. That's kind of what I'm feeling. Right. I've eaten so much fruit too. I've lost 22 pounds. I feel myself. I think I'm looking really, you know what I'm saying, a lot more healthy because I dropped a lot of weight. I've definitely been working on this belly right here, or wanting it to go down. I have not been working, but I wanted it to go down. And yeah, man, it's I gotta write an email today. So if you're watching this, everything on the website is 44% off. The code is 2024 money, and the email I'm about to send out after I eat is called "Is synchronicity in your strategy?" Do you have synchronicity included in your strategy for 2024? Let's tell a story. I got a story for you, man. Yeah, because this is $1 million game, $1 million years worth of game. When we tap back into who we are and what we can remember, there's absolutely, we can do whatever. We can do whatever. The power is limitless. The power is overflowing. So I'm enthusiastic about that. But everything on the site is 44% off. If you're watching this in January or February or something like that, you can go over there and see what it looks like. But for right now, until December the 1st to the 2nd, everything on the site is 44% off. 2024 money is the code. I need to tell Alpha to put that on the website. Yeah, some big projects coming up for me too. Year of the Dragon is coming up in February. 2023 has been the positioning year, not the come up year. 2024 is the come up year. So stay ready. Be ready. Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. Is that it? I think that might be it. Yeah, that's it for the storytelling right here for today. I appreciate you for stopping through. I found you in peace. I'm going to leave you in prayer on the Cosmic Jedi. Team Taurus here in Ubud, Bali. Black Boy Joy, Black in Bali. Big shouts out to Black in Bali. Big shouts out to GDOS. Big shouts out to my whole crew. Big shouts out to this new project that just came on my radar that I'm enthusiastic and passionate about already, something that I've been waiting on. Big shouts out to the Cosmic Jedi Network. I don't know how we get down. Big shouts out to Inner Magic students, all of my friends. Big shouts out to the KI Network. Big shouts out to the Detroit Psychedelic Academy, Psychonaut Academy of Detroit. Big shouts out to the Tumerians in Detroit. Shouts out to the Universal Dow. Shouts out to, man, Business by Design Co. Good gracious, click the link below. Click the link below. Sooner or later, I'm going to have it in there so you can get your business right like what I just went through. That's a whole nother story. Woo-wee. Yeah. I'll tell you about that. How do you get out of the States? In the comments, like, leave a comment on what you want, what kind of questions you want to ask me so I can do a future stream like this. Like, how do you get out of the United States? How are you making your money? What are some options? Like, do you have to be vaccinated? All this other type of stuff. What's the culture like? Stuff like that. Like, whatever you want to know, put it in the comments, and I'll do another video about it. You know, an episode from the Storytellers. I will tell you a story. I gotta tell you a story about when I went to the King at the Palace. Right. Looking at my background, the next thing you know, I'm drinking tea with the King at his palace on an invitation from him. It was just me, him, and his homeboy. Wow. Nice big inhale through the nose. Slow exhale out the mouth. And a bakoa get you like your minka. Tia Tessera, Kabel Renard, I'm Chasak Vanu, Tahara Nunara, Nagibor, the Shea Yakadeka, Kabava Shamra. Welcome to our Rankaneg, to Zika take up to me, Gamma, the Sing Kadosh, Maru, Tufka, Nahel, and the Taker. Keep your head on Chapanese or Craig Tushka Taker. Shabatanu Kabel, Lushma, Tazaka to me, a day or Talamo. Hey, stay blessed. I'm holler back at you.